Welcome back to Your Voice. Many of you know the name Dan Nainen. He's the funny man who's been making South Asians and non-South Asians alike laugh their heads off for some time now. He recently brought the house down at the Miss India Connecticut pageant at the Schubert Theater in New Haven, Connecticut. Let's check it out and get some laughs of our own.
Those of you who haven't seen me before, my dad is from India and my mom is from Japan. What's so funny about that? So I get my sushi from 7-Eleven. What are you all doing? Oh, they must have gotten a discount up there. Okay. Yeah, so before I was a comedian, I was actually a computer guy. Yes, this might be, I know it's really shocking. But no, I worked for Intel in California, and when I applied for the job at Intel, they said, "You're Indian and Japanese? You don't even have to interview." You can be vice president. Okay, can you light the crowd up? I can't see them. I want to see all these wonderful, I want to see these fantastic, can you light up the crowd a little bit? No? I'll give you $100. No, now people always ask me, white people say, "Do you speak Indian?" No, there's no language Indian. Then they'll say, "Oh, you speak Hindu." Yeah, and I also speak Christian and Muslim. No, it's Hindi. Hindi. Now, I don't know any Hindi. I've been learning on a tape. This is what I've learned so far. Shama kijiye. Kya aap अंग्रेजी समझती हैं? जी नहीं श्रीमान. That's all I know from Hindi. No, my father's language is Malayalam. My dad is from Kerala. Any Malayalis here? Of course, I'm having difficulty seeing the Malayalis. Because these bright lights in my face. Now, when we take pictures of my father, even in bright sunlight, we have to use flash, right? Our camera flash has 3 settings: day, night, Malayali. I went to Kerala. I've done 3 tours of India. I went to Kerala a couple of years ago. I had my favorite meal there, KFC. That's a Kerala fish curry. Right, and so anyway, folks, those of you who are children of immigrants have probably heard all these stories about, your parents, and my father's always telling me, to get to school in India, I had to walk 7 miles to school every day. 7. And both ways are uphill. In the snow. In Kerala, right. And he made himself sound like he was Indiana Jones, just to get to school, right? And then every time he told the story, right, the slope kept getting higher and higher, right? And steeper and steeper, right? Until it was, to get to school in India, I had to climb up a cliff straight up. 7 miles every day. And by this time, I'm thinking, what about homeschooling? And he's like, just like Indiana Jones, there is a big round boulder chasing me the whole way to school. I'm like, hold on a second. How can a boulder chase you up a cliff? I was pulling it. It was tied to my little toe. And then when you're the child of Asian immigrants, no matter what you do in school, it's never good enough, right? Yeah. I was taking AP Physics and AP Calculus in high school. Now, everyone knows AP stands for Asian people. I told my father I was taking calculus. He goes, "That is nothing. In India, we do calculus in kindergarten." forced to go to these Malayali weddings when I was a kid. Ceremony alone is 4 hours. I mean, there's some Hindu weddings that are a week. That's longer than a lot of American marriages last. And my father's always bragging, nobody in India ever gets divorced. Yeah, because nobody would want to go through that twice.
Now that's what I call comedy. That's all for this week's segment of Your Voice. This show wouldn't be possible without you and your valuable feedback, so keep emailing us at yourvoice@globosatent.com and make sure to visit us on the web at gen-i.us.com. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, I'm your host, Juhi Desai. Sahara Pranam.